Greetings, one and all. Welcome back to NHL 19 franchise mode with your Winnipeg Jets. Yes, we are back here again to play through the second half of our sophomore season in charge of the Winnipeg Jets. Last episode, we played through the first half of the 2019/2020 season, and we have a record of 24 wins, 13 losses, and 4 overtime or shootout losses, which is good enough for second place in our division with 52 points. The Dallas Stars are first with 54 points, however, they have played 3 games more than we have and only won 1 more, so if we can get at least one or two wins, I would say, in those 3 games, and if we keep playing at the pace that we've kind of been playing, then hopefully we should be able to win the Central Division. Artemi Panarin is currently leading our team in points. God, that was a good free agent acquisition, wasn't it, folks? 44 points in 41 games. Both him and Patrik Laine are 1 goal away from having 20-goal seasons this year, which would be very helpful. I'm kind of expecting more goals from Patrik Laine, considering he's 92 overall. However, it looks like Panarin's taken a bit of that load off him, which is nice, but we're probably not going to have anybody win the Rocket Richard Trophy, let's be honest. So, we need to go through the second half of the season in this episode. Let's just go to the trade deadline, I think. Let's be smart. We've had a pretty good run. We're 4-6-0 in our last 10, which kind of sucks. But we've won 2 of our last 3, I should say. But we've lost 3 of our last 5. So, we need a bit of help here by the looks of it. So, let's go to the trade deadline, see if we can pick up our pace. So, we start with a home game against the Ottawa Senators, and we win 4-2. Perfect. Away against Minnesota, a divisional opponent. If we could get the 2 points here, that would be quite helpful. So against the Wild, we take a shootout win. Good. Back-to-back victories to start. Away against Carolina, a 9-3 victory. Jesus Christ. Yoni Tulola. Tulola. So he's got 1 year left on his contract. 77 overall at 24 years old. I don't need him, so Chicago can keep him. Away against the Rangers, an overtime win. 4 straight wins to start the episode. We lose against Buffalo. Okay, it happens, you know. So home against Tampa Bay. Samuel Morin is injured. We'll go best lines. We've probably got a player to replace him. A 4-1 loss against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Oh, this isn't looking very good, is it? Josh Morrissey's been injured. Oh, great. And the draft class. Let's take a look at the draft class. So the central scouting results. They have found Hillstrom as the top guy, supposedly. He's unknown. His potential's probably going to be elite. We've got several elite players up in the top. Wow, that's pretty impressive. So there's a lot of guys that I haven't scouted in the top groups, to be fair. I probably haven't done the best with scouting this year, I've got to be honest. But let's scout, let's pin the top, go from 25 to 35. So pin these guys, because these will probably be the guys that we look at as the season comes to an end. So we could do with a bit more scouting on those guys. I'm sure my scouts will get on it. We have an away game against San Jose, and we take a 7-1 victory. Good job. Away against Arizona, a 4-1 victory. 30 wins on the season. Multiple players for Winnipeg are ready to be dressed. That's awesome. Have our bye week here by the looks of it, because we've gone from Thursday to Thursday without having a game. So that must be a bye week for us. Then we've got the New Jersey Devils on the Saturday. A 5-4 overtime loss. Okay, we pick up a point in that game. Not the best, not the worst. So, away against Montreal. Can we get our 31st win of the season? Mark Pysyk and a 3rd round pick for our first. Nope, I kind of want to keep my first. Well, we'll figure out what to do with that by the trade deadline. So, Pysyk for Trouba and a 2nd and a 3rd. No, thank you. Away against the Montreal Canadiens. Matt Duchene has been injured. He'll be back February 11th. Okay. A 4-1 win against the Habs. 31st win of the season. Nope, I don't want that trade, Nashville. Thank you very much. Away against Tirana. Matt Duchene is back. Sticking back in the lineup, boys. So, away against Tirana. Can we get a 2nd straight win? That would be very nice. They've been a pretty good team this year. They're better than us. They've played a couple more games, though, to be fair. A shootout loss. We take a point. Better than nothing. Home and home against St. Louis. We get the first one 5-4. We lose the second one 4-3. So we pick up 3 of the 4 possible points. Oh, the Islanders aren't playing very well. Jacob Trouba for Chris Tanev and Klaus Dahlbeck. That's interesting. I don't have the salary cap for that, do I? So I'm going to hold off on that trade. A 4-1 win against the New York Islanders. Good job. A 4-0 win against the Calgary Flames. Good. 1 goal allowed in the last 2 games. Against Dallas, this is a key game. Be really good if we could win this one. Alexander Edler. That's interesting. Let's take a look at this. I'm probably not going to do this trade. Mayarov, who is one of our guys, I believe. Yeah, 65 overall at 18. I think he was one of our draft picks this year, wasn't he? Does it say where he was drafted? It should. Oh, he was unsigned. Okay, fair enough. Alexander Edler, 82 overall, supposedly at 33. He might be 80 overall, though. I could do with that, but not for the amount that they want. Away against Dallas, we take a 7-3 win. Good, good. That's exactly what we needed. Patrick Nemeth? Nah, I'm good, thanks. Away against Nashville, we could do with a win here as well. A shootout loss. Okay, so most of the losses we're getting at the moment, we're gaining a point in. So this is actually really good. I'm really liking how the Jets are playing if they're losing games. Decline this trade with the Habs. Thank you very much. Home against Boston. Oh, Roslovic is injured for about a week. Fair play, fair play. Our first round pick for a second, Weidman and a fourth. No, thank you. Home against Boston. Our first regulation loss this month. Against Minnesota. Oh, and back-to-back regulation losses. Okay, let's not start a trend here, boys. Roslovic is back. Good, good. Home against the Buffalo Sabres. They beat us last time. They get another regulation win against us. That's not good. 3 straight losses. 4 straight losses if you count the shootout loss. Good, a win against Nashville. Back on the winning path. Home against St. Louis, divisional opponent. If we could get this win, that would be hella helpful. Trade deadline's almost here. Against St. Louis, a 2-1 loss. Okay, so we're going 36, 19, and 8 at the trade deadline. So we're very much looking like we're going to get... Wow, we're 7 points up from Dallas with a game in hand. So if we keep playing at the rate that we're playing, we're definitely going to have a playoff spot. And we could potentially win the Central Division. So I'm quite liking the look of this. 72 points in 63 games. Almost a 30-goal scorer. Patrick Laine is a 30-goal scorer. Byfuglien's a 20-goal scorer. Fair play. Mark Scheifele is a 20-goal scorer as well. Not too bad. EDLER's only 14 goals on the season. He's not doing too well. Matt Duchene only 27 points. Kyle Connor's only scored 6 goals. He's really the odd man out in that group. However, Duchene is the one with the least amount of points. Interesting. Kurdil's 20 points in 57 games. He's played quite well. Roslovic only 18 points, but he's playing alright for us. 10 points in 34 games for Marco Darno. Versteeg, 4 points in 18. I don't really know what trades we can make, to be honest. Like, we don't really have a huge amount of salary cap space, unless there's any awesome defenseman that could really help our lineup. Like, if there's a first or second pair defenseman that we could bring in as a rental, I don't really know the players that we want. Jalmerson, maybe? Let's just take a look at Jalmerson. He's 84 overall. That could be a nice pickup. Chychrun at 85 at 21. Jesus. Goligoski, 82 at 31. They've got 2 years left on that contract, though. DeBrusk falls back at Carlson. No. Mark Giordano, Travis Hamnick. Wow, they wanted to get rid of all of their defensemen by the looks of it. Who's got a year left? Okay, so Travis Hamnick and TJ Brody have a year left on each of their contracts. That might be an interesting pickup, but I don't have the salary cap available for some of them, so I'd have to send something relatively decent back. Trevor Van Riemsdyk, that could be a decent pickup. 80 overall. Has he 1 year left? He's 1 year left on his contract. That could be a good signing for us. Trevor Van Riemsdyk, I'll keep that in mind. Matt Zuccarello. What's he doing playing for bloody Colorado? Corpusalo, Ben Bishop. Wow, that's interesting. Tanev, Sakara, sorry. Bukestad, Keith Yandel. How's Keith Yandel doing? He is supposedly 82 overall. Oh, no, that's EDLER. 82 overall. Yeah, he is 82. 4 years left on that contract. No, thank you. Nope. Lindgren. No. Adam McQuaid. That could be an interesting pickup. Depends how good he is overall. 81. He's got 1 year left on... 3 years left on that contract. No, thank you. Johnny Boychuk. That could be an interesting pickup. Johnny Boychuk. 82 overall. He's got 6 mil left on his contract. Oh, no, thank you. Kevin Shattenkirk, he's probably got, 2 years left on his contract? 85 overall for 2 years. It's pretty good. It would help our lineup perfectly, but would have to get rid of a solid roster player. Really don't have that much salary cap space. Jay Bowmeister, he could be a good pickup for us. 79 overall, we don't really know too much about him though, so maybe not. McDonald, no. Radish, McElhaney, Klaus Dahlbeck. McNabb and Nate Schmidt. Schmidt, okay, that's interesting. He's got 3 years left on his contract, though. Bertuzzo, 81 overall, potentially. Most likely 80 overall. For 1 year left on that contract. He's a right-handed shot. That could be good for us. He scored 1 point in 34 games. He's a defensive defenseman, isn't he? Is he a defensive defenseman? I think he is. Yeah, defensive defenseman. Could go for something like that. Washington Burakovsky. Oh, this is tough. Nicholas Jalmerson would be a really nice pickup for us. He's 84 overall, 32 years old, $5 million though at 2 years. That would be a good pickup because that wouldn't be a rental for us. Then we'd have to send something back that they really want. Scheifele, Laine, Ehlers, most of these guys, no, not a chance. Maybe Kyle Connor because he hasn't really played that well on the second line. Logan Stanley, Mayorov might be a good guy to send away. We didn't draft him. The problem, what draft picks do we have? Because that might be a way to do it. We have a first, 2 seconds, 2 fourths, a fifth, a sixth, and 2 sevenths. Okay, so we don't have a third round pick. We have 2 seconds, so we could chuck in a second round pick. But we need to shed a little bit of salary cap. We could shed maybe one of our depth defensemen, to be honest. Let's go check our salaries. We're going to be right up against the cap, though. Gabriel Carlson, Logan Stanley. Maybe Stanley's the guy we get rid of. I mean, teams have been interested in him. We drafted him first in 2016. He's only 72 at 21 years old. That's not really very good going, to be fair. Yeah, maybe. Would still be over the league salary cap because we need a roster player to go, to be honest. Skaters matching the block. Who are they interested in? Who's in the... Actually, let's just check all skaters just in the league, to be honest. In the league, please. Because we need to scratch some salary here. Morin, no. Nikolai Ehlers, definitely not. Kyle Connor. How long is Ehlers' contract? 6 years left. So Nikolai Ehlers is going to be a solid player for us. Josh Morrow, they're not interested in. Roslovic, maybe. But then again, I'd rather get rid of Appleton, to be fair. Brendan Lemieux, he's quite interested, but no team's really interested in picking him up. Marco Darno. I mean, we could get rid of Marco Darno. Yeah, I mean, he's not really played that well. That doesn't put us over the max salary cap, does it? Well, I guess it does. You know what? No, I'm going to trust the team that we have. I'm quite happy. We made some big splashes in free agency, and I think that's quite important. We could go for a rental here, but we'd end up giving up a huge amount. I think we've got to trust the process here. We're topping our division by 7 points. We've got one of the best records in the league. I think we're okay. You know what? I think we need to trust the team that we have here. I'm quite happy with the roster that we've got. They should be able to do some good things. Let's go to the end of the season. I'm trusting the roster here. I think we don't need to make too many moves. We can have a look, but at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to help us. So, home against Minnesota. Let's see how we do. We get a shootout win. Good. 2 points on the board. 37th win of the season for the Jets. Away against the Arizona Coyotes. They've had 40 wins this season. Jesus Christ. Let's see how they do. Away against Arizona, a 6-2 loss. That's pretty rough. Then a 3-2 loss against San Jose. Come on, Vancouver. Let's not limp into the playoffs, please. Away against Vancouver, Marco Darno's been injured. Best lines. An overtime loss against Vancouver. We get a point. Better than nothing. Home against Calgary. Let's take a win here. Good. 2-0 victory. Good job. Away against Tampa. 4-2 win. Good. Against Washington, a win. Against Detroit, come on, give us a win. 4 straight wins would be lovely. Absolutely lovely. Against Detroit, 3-2 loss. Okay, then. Fair enough. So, player morale. Let's have a chat. We won't take a look at the draft class yet. We don't really need to. Panarin, what's up, buddy? Playing at an 89. Extra ice times. A lot of guys. Keep it up. His morale improved. Yeah, buddy. Patan's at an 81. Home against Vegas. Come on, boys. We've got to win this one. Home against Vegas. We take a 2-1 loss. Yay, that's great. Home against Florida, who are a very much under 500 team. We take a 4-2 loss. Ooh, can we get some more wins, please, boys? Home against Toronto, one of the best teams in the league. Darno's back. A shootout loss. We get a point. Okay, let's start getting some wins now. Against the LA Kings, an overtime loss. So we're getting some points in some of these losses, which is good. We'd kind of like to win some games. Against Philadelphia, good. A 4-1 win, then a 6-0 win against the Islanders. Then a 4-2 win against Dallas. That's very helpful. Against Colorado, a win would be very helpful, I think, as well. Panarin, what's up, bud? It's a non-issue. I'm happy with it. We're expecting more from you, bud. Expecting more. Always expect more. So, against Colorado. Come on, we could do with a win here, I think. A 3-1 loss. Okay, against Pittsburgh, a 7-3 loss. And then against Anaheim, a shootout win. So we finished the season on a shootout win. 44, 27, and 11. And that's good enough for tied second place. Oh my god! The Dallas Stars managed to come back and win the conference. The division, excuse me. Central Division. 99-point season for the Winnipeg Jets. 44 wins, 27 losses, 11 overtime or shootout losses. 95 points for Artemi Panarin in 82 games. A 30-goal scorer for the big Russian star. And 37 goals for Patrick Laine. Wow, 64 assists for Panarin too. So 95 points on the season. That's not going to be good enough for first place, I don't think. But we'll have a look. So, first place, Sidney Crosby, 99 points on the year. Artemi Panarin just misses out on the Hart Trophy again. Such a pain in the ass. And goals, John Tavares, 55 goals with the Toronto Maple Leafs. We finish way down here in goals. Patrick Laine is in the top 10, top 15 for goals. 21-year-old, he's doing alright for himself though, 84 points. Assists, we managed to get first place for assists in the league though, so that's pretty decent. So Artemi Panarin had a fantastic year. I want to just double check the second line for us. Dustin Byfuglien, almost a 30 goal scorer for Dustin Byfuglien. What a season for him. The 35-year-old defenseman. EDLER's almost 20 goals, 44 points. Kyle Connor scored 6 goals this season. That's awful. Matt Duchene, 34 points. Matthew Perreault with 37 points. Third line scorer. He's doing very good for us. Kerdils, 23 points in 76 games. Tyler Myers, 22 points in 82 games. Versteeg, 5 points in 25 games. Appleton, 2 points in 20 games. Carlson, a single assist in 10 games. Okay, so let's take a look at where we finished in terms of the rest of the teams. We should have won the bloody conference, though. Sorry, the division. Excuse me. So, we ranked 8th place in teams this season. Okay, so we were 8th overall, 99 points. We were tied up until 5th, so fair play to us. So, let's take a look at power play and penalty kill. Where were we? So, power play, 2nd place in the league for our power play. I'm not surprised. Penalty kill, 82%. That's not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're 14th in the league in penalty kill. That's a lot better than last season, I'm pretty sure. So I'm quite happy about that. We had a pretty good season. We missed out on the top scorer again. We had the most assists, though, this season. I'm pretty sure Scheifele had it last year, didn't he? That's a bit rough, but I'm quite happy, to be honest. So, defending home ice, we didn't get 29 home wins, but we did manage to be within $1.5 million the player's salary. Okay, that's not too bad. So, Chicago, we are up against the Chicago Blackhawks for the first series of the 2020 NHL playoffs. Will this finally be the year that the Winnipeg Jets win their first franchise Stanley Cup victory? I guess we'll find out next episode. So yes, I'm going to end this episode here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Please feel free to like, subscribe, share, or watch some of my other videos. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.